was calling out to me. It wanted to show me something.
Good morning. Welcome to the Ryan Brady live stream. Today is Saturday, December 4th, and we're going to go over the gaming news and play the medium. How's everyone doing? I spoke yesterday. I'm going to post the Returnal video on Monday. So for the final time, not the actual final time, because I'm really proud of the content I make, and it takes a lot of hours. Granted, so this one actually took me. Final Fantasy 1's video almost 3 months ago was September 20th. So it took me like 2.5 months to work on the Returnal video, and I spent a long time working on the script for it, but I think everything turned out pretty well. But I'm real happy with the stuff I've been making and putting out, so I want you guys to see it and enjoy it, and let me know what you think. That is it for the shout out for the channel. We're gonna go over the gaming news, which there's a lot of. Big B is really good at doing the last minute dump, and I appreciate it, because it's always stuff that I usually don't know about. It's a lot of good... What's up, Big B? Speak of the Big B. So we're going to go over the gaming news, and we are going to then play a little bit more Returnal. Is there anything else that I have that's fun to talk about? I was watching JoJo Stone Ocean yesterday, and I like it so far. Maybe I got like 6 episodes in? Returnal is the video... sorry if I misspoke. The video Monday that's being uploaded to YouTube is going to be about Returnal, and then today we're going to be playing the medium. So yeah, I probably misspoke there. I've got Returnal on the brain. How are you doing today? I'm still waking up. As always, if you have anything that you want to post in the Discord, I'll put the link in the chat, and it'll be in the description once this video goes on YouTube. Oh yeah, that's right. Are you feeling any better? I still haven't had a lot of time to play SMT. I guess I could talk about that. I decided to play it on hard mode, which is fine. Like, I'm not complaining. Everything's been, you know, a good challenge for me, especially because I played a lot of Atlas games in the past, so I feel like I would have gotten more enjoyment, even though it's a little bit more grindy. I think it was the better choice to make, but I haven't had a whole lot of time to play it, so I'm still in like the second large area, so I'm not getting a whole lot of story. And even beyond that, I feel like the pacing's kind of slow, but I still don't feel like I've played enough of the game to give a good opinion on how I feel about it. I've really been drinking a lot of water and making some lemon ginger tea. That's good. Well, I hope you start to feel better. But we can get into the gaming news. Yeah, let's do it. The first thing, I've been excited for this for a while now, because they did a... This is for Project L, the Riot Games... What's up, King Sleepy? How have you been? It's been a while. This is the Riot Games fighting game, and it's been, like... They've been around for so long now, calling themselves Riot Games, and I finally feel like they're worthy of the plural in games, because for the longest time it was League of Legends, and I'm just finding out that they're doing... So there's League of Legends, there is Valorant, there is Runeterra, which I played a little bit this year, and I'm not big in the card games, but from what I've watched of like videos talking about the game, and from what I've played, it seems very player friendly. Like, it's not designed in a way that like is a money sink. So I really respect how Runeterra is. I just found out that they're doing, they have an RPG, they have a rhythm game, and I think that's it. I think that covers all of it. But for the longest time, it was just Riot Games with just League of Legends. But anyway, they showed a announcement for Project L, which, let me see when that was, it's been at least a year. The first look was 2019. October 2019. So it's been almost 2 years. Or it has been 2 years. So they finally showed some gameplay for it. I'd be more into a League fighting game. Yeah, I like playing League of Legends, but for me, like, for any game, I like playing games that are balanced in a competitive sense, but I never dig deep. Like, I like learning the mechanics and learning how games work, but not really, like, putting in the time to perfect it and, like, be a good player. Like, the only competitive games I've stuck with was Smash Melee and Pokemon, and I've since stopped with Pokemon because I don't really like the new gameplay changes for Sun and Moon. But I mean, this is going to be a free-to-play game, so, and of course League of Legends is one of the most popular games ever made, so it's gonna have that install base. And, like, maybe I can convince friends to play it long term, which is the other thing. Because, again, I just have a personal interest, like, figuring out... Like, I like game design, if you couldn't tell already. So I just like learning how these things work. And, even for those competitive games, like Melee, I usually just play with the same friends over and over. I'm not really doing, like, Dolphin. Hey, what's up, Chas? But I'm not really, like, playing matchmaking on Dolphin. I'm usually just playing with the same people, just, like, having fun with the game. So I don't have, like, a big competitive spirit in me, to sum it up. But because this game's free to play, the same thing happened with Valorant, right? Like, Valorant was free to play, and it plays like Counter-Strike, which is one of the most unfriendly, casual, competitive games to try to convince somebody to play. But because it was Riot, and because it was free to play, I got a lot of friends in my Discord to at least give it a shot, and I liked it too. I played it for a good chunk of that year, the first year it was out. I don't really play it much anymore, but I'm hoping that this has the same impact, where it can convince more people to get into fighting games. And the other thing, this is made by the people who did Rising Thunder, which I can probably pull up. Rising Thunder... I've never played personally, but I've seen videos about it. It actually seems... So, like, fighting games have always had, quote-unquote, like, complicated inputs, like quarter circle, half circle, double quarter circle, like, bunch of complicated inputs. And this game uses... I was hoping it would show the UI. It doesn't look like it's going to. But this game has abilities similar to League of Legends, and instead of complicated inputs, they're on cooldowns. So it was a really interesting medium between, like, a really easy game and then the, like, you know, the Guilty Gears, the Blaze Blues, the Skullgirls, things like that. It was a really good middle ground. And so that space is really hard to occupy. Like, there's really easy games like Deathloop, or not Deathloop, Dive Kick. I don't know why I said Deathloop. Dive Kick is like a one-button fighting game. There's gotta be more. What's the, Fantasy Strike? When I think of easy, or like easy to medium, I think of, you know, Dive Kick, and I think of Fantasy Strike. I played this for a little bit too, and this is also free to play if you want to give this game a try too. I'm just happy to see that there's fighting games coming out that are trying to be that middle ground, either like a bridge to other games, or just like you know, if you just want to play something middle of the road, you can do that too. Rising Thunder was fun, never played it competitively. They did make it, like, they obviously abandoned finishing it because of Project L. I don't know if it was directly because of Project L, but they stopped supporting it, and it became open source. So there was one character that wasn't finished, so people finished it, and you can do online play with it. So the community kind of picked it up, so it's still there, which is really nice for, like, preservation reasons. Makes me think of that Skullgirls mobile game. I never played that. It doesn't play quite like a fighting game, does it? But again, I trust Riot with their games. I mean, generally they do a pretty good job. I think the important thing is just supporting it. They do a good job supporting their games. Since this is using the League of Legends IP, I mean, you can just have an endless amount of characters added to the game. They're obviously going to look into supporting it competitively. So I'm excited to... I can't speak about... Like, they do show gameplay. It is a tag team fighter. I think the basic inputs for, like, high, mid, and low are your specials. Okay. Yeah, that Skullgirls mobile game looked... didn't look fun, but looked interesting, I'll say that. That's a neutral word, is interesting. But you can see here, if you've played League, these characters have movement and abilities that are pretty closely tied to their League of Legends version of themselves. So I'm interested in the simple input. I'm interested how they're going to support this game competitively. And just personally within my friend group, I'm curious to see, like, if people get into playing fighting games because of this. But yeah, I mean, they've said straight up it's going to be another long time before they announce anything, but everything looks promising. They even had a segment talking specifically about servers, and I've seen somebody talk about how Riot does their servers before, and again, League of Legends, one of the most popular games in existence. They have the infrastructure to put servers all over the US in this case. And you can see here that a lot of games, or a lot of online support goes through servers like that. But they have the infrastructure and the money to try to find the, you know, least amount of interference between connections. So trying to keep it simple, I am a fan, or not I'm a fan, but I trust their work when it comes to making sure that the netcode is good. I don't personally remember, but I talked to a friend and he remembered playing League of Legends a while ago and how much better it got once they updated their infrastructure. So it is a noticeable thing for some people. Yeah, I'm excited for it. When it's ready, it'll be ready, but I'm excited. Chuck decided to post Brawlhalla X Street Fighter. I tried playing Brawlhalla and I never got into it. It's not the platform fighter for me. Aside from the gameplay feeling weird, I don't think it's a great looking game visually, but Brawlhalla has a lot of crossovers. It's like up there in Fortnite with all the different crazy crossovers that it has, so this is just another addition to it. I don't have much to say other than play Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Coming November 22nd, so there you go. I wonder if there's a list of all Brawlhalla crossovers. I don't think this game looks good visually. I will take a stand. Links to other series. But it's not just video games, they've got people in there too. I know it's a long list. Every Brawlhalla crossover legend in one video. I'm just surprised Goku's not in the game yet. The thing that I never understood is there's like weapons you can pick up and use, but each character also has their own moveset. Maybe, I mean, I'm not opposed to playing this game again. I just didn't like it the first time I played it, and I don't think it looks good visually. I'm allowed to be picky when it comes to fighting games because there's so many of them. Ooh, this is something I'm excited about. Sorry, Chuck. Not a fan. Loop Hero is an indie game that I've wanted to play for a while, and it's finally getting a physical release. I'm not sure if this is worldwide, because the special reserve games. I didn't understand. There's a reserve and a single. I was trying to see if maybe they updated the page for it. Yeah, they do have a page for it. Switch reserve and switch single, so I guess I'll find out. Switch cartridge, sequentially numbered game packaging, reversible jacket, ships in a special reserve box. Is that it? Reserve might be a special edition. Let's see. Switch cartridge, packaging. So it ships in a special reserve box. That's the difference. For an extra, see, 30 to 45, an extra like $15, you too can have a special box to have your game shipped in. But there's a few indie games. Let's see, my Steam page actually has a lot of the indie games I've wanted to check out. I put Maiden Spell back on there because I played Senko no Ronde 2 at Climb Cancel. And I also ordered that game, so it should come in soon. Outer Wilds just got DLC not too long ago, and I'm really hoping they'll do like a PS5 physical, including the DLC in it once it ages a bit more, you know? I don't know if Everhood would realistically get a physical release. Okay. Off topic. But yeah, Loop Hero is something I wanted to play. I'm looking forward to it. This is interesting. The people who made Danganronpa, which I guess Spike Chunsoft published. I don't know if they published or developed, but I'm gonna find out right now. Developer, okay, they developed and they published it. So, new Spike Chunsoft game just got announced, and it's in 3D. So, in the past, let me actually see if I can get a full list of their stuff, because I'm sure they've put games out between Danganronpa and this. But in the past, the Danganronpa was originally made for the Vita, and they've since ported it to PS4, Nintendo Switch, PC. So it's been around, but now they've got a new game announcement for what I assume is the PS5. Let's see here. Developed only. So they have be published and or developed. I'm not seeing Danganronpa here. Okay, Spike Chunsoft published and or developed. Danganronpa. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. That's a good game. Not a lot that I recognize. I didn't realize that they developed the Zero Escape games. I thought they just published them. AI Somnium Files is getting a sequel. That's a game that I wanted to play. I thought it was a definitive version, but it's actually a sequel. Okay, but anyway, this game, did it have a name? Enigma Archives Raincode. But these games are like really full of personality. I think visually this looks great. It's got this like, I guess it doesn't really come through on the stream because it's a Twitter video, but it has this like, I don't know, weird design over the colors. I don't even know how to explain it. But I'm a big fan of Neon. And they only show 2 characters. Like, of course I'm going to compare it to Danganronpa, because it's like the only thing I've played by them, really. And they have such a large cast of characters. So I'm wondering if in this trailer it's a lot more condensed character, which would be interesting. Masafumi Takada is also the composer, and I really like his work. Some of his stuff is on this Dream soundtrack that I have. So while there's no like concrete details in this trailer, I think the thing that gets me excited is just the art design. The environments here look gorgeous. Let's see, the teaser site. Let's go to the site and see if there's anything that I didn't see in the trailer. So scenario, Kazu Takada. Let's see if this is the same person. Kazu Taka Kodaka. The other thing too is, let's see, this is, so the same scenario writer is the same person who does Danganronpa, and what I am really thankful for is that this is a brand new game. It doesn't seem to be tied to Danganronpa, which is cool because when you continuously make sequels for things again and again, it kind of gets diluted in quality historically. And even the last Danganronpa game to come out had some commentary on endless sequels, so I'm glad they're not like backstepping on what was kind of the point in the last Danganronpa game. So I'm excited that it's the same team, but they're working on something brand new. This is all that the site is. I can't even like zoom out. Rides off the nostalgia of previous games where this has to start fresh. Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of that in general. I would rather see new ideas come to light than just keep making sequels for games. I mean, if you're gonna do stuff long term, doing things like Persona and Final Fantasy, how with every game, it has usually the same rules in the same universe, but it's a brand new story that has nothing to do with previous games. So it allows them to use the title, but make something wholly unique every time. So that's how I like sequels. Typically like 2 or 3 is my number. And then once you get over 3 games telling the same story with the same characters, like, I can't speak in detail, but I know Halo kind of has that problem, where they just pull in Master Chief again and again and again, where, like, the story gets a little intertwined or contradictory to itself. But everything's case-by-case basis, of course. Everything's different. With Final Fantasy, the title is just mainly to give you a good idea of what you're getting into more than anything else. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of sequels that I like. And I like things to have, like, concise beginning, middle, and ends. I don't know, I just want to experience a story and then have that experience. I don't want to drag it out into something that potentially can be completely different. I don't know, I'm talking very obscure here, because things are, again, very case by case. Happy Chaos got his gameplay trailer. He's officially out. And while I haven't played Strive in a while, I at least wanted to take the time to say that I like this character design. The gameplay looks really cool. It's like managing his bullets and his concentration meter, I think was the other thing. So it's a really cool concept that he can hit from anywhere. It's just managing your resources and like building combos with that stuff. I watched someone trying him out. I might buy him when I have the spare cash. Yeah. I mean, I'll be brief. Like, I wish I enjoyed Strive more than what I did. I haven't stuck with it. And I'm down to try it again, because I still have friends that play it. But I still support it. I'm still, like, if this doesn't get Fighting Game of the Year, that's going to be astonishing. Like, I don't think any other game deserves it than Strive. They put a lot of work into this game. It's one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. Like, it's so stylized. They just get better and better with every game that they make. But specifically for Happy Chaos, he seems like a really cool addition. It was so disappointing finding a character with such a cool character design as Gold Lewis. Like, on visuals alone, I love Gold Lewis. But his kit was so awkward because the stick shared half circle inputs. And it, like, I'm sure you could learn to do it, but somebody, remember, I like learning the mechanics but not perfecting them. So trying to play Gold Lewis and just misinputting a different half circle than what I was trying to do was just so frustrating to play. So a character design that I liked so much I couldn't even like play properly. But Happy Chaos he makes sense to me. Like, he clearly makes sense. The bullet thing, the ammo count, to be more specific, the ammo count and the focus, and just using that to build combos and open up opportunities, like, it looks like you can do so many things with his kit. Yeah, it was really awkward. Like, I appreciate what they tried to do with Gold Lewis, but it was just really awkward. Here's something I'm really excited about. This has been something that has been talked about by Panda for a really long time, but they officially revealed it as a Kickstarter. So, we know Nintendo, right? We know how particular they can be, so that, you know, for me to be obscure about it. They've re-released GameCube controllers before to mixed results. I think the first time that they did it was the Smash 4 controllers. Then they released GameCube controllers that connect to Wii remotes, if I remember right. They had that weird nunchuck attachment, so if you were playing it on the Wii U, you could hook it up to the Wii remote instead. They also reprinted some controllers for Smash Ultimate. I think those are the white ones. We're going to look at this together, Big B, because I haven't looked at it in detail, but Panda supports Melee, or they support Smash in general, but the reason that I say Melee in particular is because GameCube controllers and Melee are very inconsistent. You could have very minor things wrong with your controller, with the L and R button, with the analog stick, and like a thing called snapback. There's just a lot of tiny things that are different between GameCube controllers. So having Panda, a team or company, I guess, that has supported the Smash scene for a very long time, saying, hey, we're gonna mass produce a new controller, a specialty controller, that has all of those things in mind, and is just like made to last, really piqued my interest. I got the power. A Switch GameCube controller felt great until it broke after 2 months. Yeah, the ones that plug into the Wii remotes, I don't think that's the one you're talking about. Those looked cheap. Like, I saw those in GameStops and Best Buys and stuff, and they just look cheap. I'm gonna watch the video, and then we're gonna scroll down through some of this stuff. And we're gonna do it listening to it this time. But it looks like it connects USB and... Let's see. Let's do point by point here, because I'm interested. So, smooth buttons for faster finger movement. Panda stick box, durable and precise. So, the control stick is one of those things that is really particular about playing Melee. Every GameCube controller has different results when doing stuff with the control stick. When it comes to, like, Fox's up B angles, when it comes to snapback, and probably some other things I can't think of. The Wii U one, so you're talking about the Smash 4 one. Felt cheap, but works really well. The Power A one is a wireless one that uses AA batteries. Okay. Maybe there's just more than I realized. So this, removable USB-C to USB GameCube. So this is cool because if you want to play Melee on Dolphin, you have to get a Wii U GameCube controller adapter. And at one point they were like really hard to find. But another thing too is if you buy a really cheap one, they have a history of like snagging your GameCube controller input and like breaking the actual piece that connects into it. So being able to use USB to directly connect it to your computer instead of going through that adapter probably makes the controller more consistent and reliable, but gives you the choice to play Dolphin emulator or to use the GameCube cables and attach it to your, console directly. So I think this is a really big addition. I like having the choice. ZR button, secure wire lock, the L button. And of course, this isn't just made for Melee. Like, I'm talking about it from the perspective of Melee because that's the Smash game that I play. But I'm assuming with the GameCube adapter, you can play any GameCube, Wii, like you don't even have to use it for fighting games. If you just want a high quality GameCube controller for anything, like you have it there and it doubles as a PC controller. So it has all those extra buttons for using it for PC and the sort. It talked about an expansion pass. I'm not sure what that does. Swappable expansion pack. Customizable shoulder height. So the shoulder buttons are also something that are inconsistent with Melee. Here's the control stick. Shield dropping. That's what it's called. Shield dropping is both very particular with the control stick and the triggers. I mean, it's good that it works for both. The Smash Ultimate players, jokes aside, are many. They are many. So I like that they get the best of both worlds. It's just advertised as a competitive controller, like a premium quality competitive controller. And because there's no official competition, if this goes well, like, they struck gold. They have a good idea. Because Nintendo is not going to make a premium GameCube controller. There's no reason for them to. So this is stuff that might even be over my head. So you have snapback dampening. Snapback is... I wonder if I can explain it without having like a visual. I'll be brief, because I know this stuff's not super important. Alright. No. Just give me a GameCube image. There we go. So if you put your thumb on the control stick and move it to the left, and then lift your finger up, it'll naturally reset to the neutral position. Some controllers, when you pull it back with your thumb, you let go, it'll bounce out and then bounce to neutral. So the snapback, every controller's different, when it comes to like the original GameCube, when it comes to all GameCube controllers. So having snapback, so having whatever this thing does try to negate that effect. I'm not sure if it's software or if it's the way that they design the hardware, but if there's like an acknowledgement that that's a problem and there's a button to like keep it from happening, then that's great. When the stick goes past neutral when you flick it, yeah, so it's just like it going the other way when you let go of it. If it hits off well, maybe they'll make one for other consoles too. Yeah, for sure. Because again, what does Panda Global? I'm assuming they have teams for other games. I don't know. Let's see. Are they just Smash? So yeah, they do Smash, other fighting games, speed running, and I don't think you can make a controller for chess. But for other fighting games and for speed running, I'm sure they could make other types of controllers. So it's nothing but a good thing for the fighting game scene. Alright. Rumble and D-pad switches. Calibration button, removable gates. Magnetically removable shells is cool. I guess purely for customization and for if it gets damaged for some reason, instead of having to buy a new controller, you can just buy a new shell. And then they'll show here in a second, you can customize it. And I'm sure they realize that people are going to make their own shells and sell them separately, and that's perfectly fine. Like you can just... Because I've been to places like Super Smash Con, and people will make custom GameCube shells, and they'll swap them out while you're there. If you bring your GameCube controller to them, you'll just drop your controller off, pay, a pretty good sum of money for both the shell and for them to swap it out, and then you come back later and they've swapped it for you. So just having easy snap shells is like a really cool idea to, for people to make money selling their own art on their controllers. And again, it's being sold as a premium controller, so if it was any other company that I just didn't know about, I wouldn't be interested in this product. But because it's Panda Global and they've been supporting the fighting game community for such a long time, because there's not going to be anything official like this from Nintendo, I have a lot of interest and faith in the product. So I think we'll go down the Kickstarter page, but I believe it's coming out next December. Either way, it looks like a really good controller for Switch and PC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is genius because it makes it multi-use. You can connect it to PC games, computers. You don't even have to connect it to your computer. You can just use it for GameCube, Wii. Like you could play Kirby Air Ride on your Nintendo GameCube and use one of these and, be fine. So I'll go down this, but I have kickstarted this because I'm really interested in it. It's already hit a goal, so they're still going. So let's see here. What would a Kickstarter be without cool stretch goals? Keep an eye out for the gold ones as we move along. So it includes weight pack as the default expansion pack. I'm not sure about this expansion pack thing. I have no idea what it does yet. USB-C to USB and USB-C to GameCube cables included with your controller are now braided cables. That's good. Braided just being a better quality. A new full GameCube color pack. Available for purchase after closing with a Kickstarter exclusive discount. Includes a full colored set of GameCube shells, gates, buttons, sticks. So they're going to sell their own. But again, because this is such a community-driven product, I can't wait to go to Smash events in the future and just see vendors that are making their own creative shells for this product. So it's a really cool idea. Limited repair warranty. Open an accessory store after Kickstarter close. Firmware updates. Include full button remapping. Notch calibration. Partner with community artists. Oh, there you go. Partner with community artists for limited edition shells lines after fulfillment. They're going to do that themselves. They're going to partner with people to do that. 1 year limited repair warranty, a second full color pack, YouTube documentary. Crimson Blur will appear at future events in a duck tank filled with red jello. Awesome. Cool. Happy. All color packs include pro shell color variations. And is there a reason that's empty? I mean, that's fine. Let's see. The Panda controller is the next evolution of the 20-year-old GameCube controller that is still used today. Highest quality parts ready for competitive play. Honestly, I'm also surprised about the price point. They're selling this as a premium device, and for $90, I mean, Switch Joy-Cons are $80, if I remember right. I think the Pro controller is also $80. $80 or $70 is my guess. $70. So for $20 more, you can get like a premium GameCube controller. Highest quality parts. Now let's get into the core features. If you're interested in technical breakdown. And the stick box, additional buttons, custom link triggers. Some people in the original GameCube controller, these were done with springs in them, and the amount of tension you put on it was not either on or off when it came to the sticks. It had like a percent of pressure doing different things, and that's really important in Smash. It's important in a game like Super Mario Sunshine to put it into another game's perspective. If you do the trigger completely in Sunshine, then you'll like plant your feet and be able to aim. So having custom length triggers, people in the past would actually take the spring out, trim it down, and put the spring back in, if I remember correctly. So being able to just do this as a built-in feature is a really good idea. D-pad, buttons, customizable, secure wire lock, expansion packs, wireless packs sold separately. Okay, so similar things, add-on features. So this, I guess, is the expansion. The weight pack, the wireless pack are the two expansion packs, and then a travel case. Our timeline, here we go. January, February of next year, finalize detailed design work, hardware development, electronics certifications, tooling revisions. So in June through August, manufacturing, September, quality testing, October, controllers loaded on boats, and controller arrives. So again, December is their target date. And there's a ton of information here. So again, given the history of Panda and just the grassroots of the Smash community, I'm very excited for this product. That's all I'll get into on stream here, but I will link it. It's linked in Discord, and I'll link it here once, just so you guys can check it out if you want to. There's been 2 updates for Nick All-Stars Brawl that I wanted to quickly talk about. One of them is that they're doing costumes, like free DLC costumes. I can't make this bigger, can I? Nope. Not a chance. I couldn't find this on YouTube, which was interesting, but we'll just do it here. So I was really happy with Nick All-Stars as a product. It was lacking in presentation in a lot of different regards. No character variations or costumes. It was very unbalanced at launch, and the stages, any stage that's not a competitively viable stage are some of the worst stages I've ever played in a platform fighter. And I like the core mechanics. I like how this game is as a competitive game. So, one, they're spending a lot of time rebalancing the game, which is addressing one of my problems. Every character announced here has one alternate costume, and while I don't think they all look great, I think it's a good start. I hope they continue to add more costumes. Again, doing the bare minimum is just making them look different, because if you have a 1v1 and you're both playing SpongeBob, then you both look exactly the same. The only way to identify your character is by the player icon on them. So, again, this is just, in my opinion, doing the bare minimum, but still improving the game in an important way. So they've done the balancing, they've added a costume. I hope they continue to add more costumes, whether they're palette swaps or actual, like, different models. That part doesn't matter to me. I just think it's an important thing to both customize how you want to play your character and to make them visually distinct when in a match. Like, some of them, this is the bare minimum, and I really mean that. Like, again, this is still an improvement, so I'm not going to be too critical, because it's a step in the right direction and it's free. But just putting a cowboy hat on Patrick and calling it a day is the bare minimum here. Excuse me. So I just hope they continue to do more over time. I'm not in a rush for it, but I'm glad that they're supporting the game not only with balance patches, but with more content. And that leads me into the other link here, is that they've announced that they're going to be adding a new character. So new characters coming to Nick All-Star Brawl soon. Who do you think will be next? December 7th. So I honestly didn't even know if they were going to add more characters. I'm not too interested. Well, I'm interested in it, of course. Like, it's fun to speculate and to see new content added to the game. But one of the things that I was curious about was how they were going to support this game long term. And it seems like they're going to continue to add features to kind of improve what I thought was lacking presentation in the launch version of the game. So it gives me hope that they're supporting it in balance patches, in new skins, and new characters. And if it's Garfield, then that's great. Thank you, Twitter comments. Paper Mario was announced for the expansion pass. Was the expansion pack for Nintendo Online. I actually haven't played this game from beginning to end. I've played A Thousand Year Door and I loved it. I played Super Paper Mario and I do love it. But I've never played the entirety of Paper Mario. And keeping in mind the mixed reception of the N64 online product, I'm glad that these older games are continuing to stay relevant, to stay accessible, and that new people can play these games. So that's about all I have to say about this. Is like, I'm happy that these games are continuing to be accessible. Even if this service is mixed and behind an expansion pack model for an already charged price, you know, for a product that's already kind of mixed for me with Nintendo Online. This is the only thing about the expansion pass I want to play. Yeah, I've spoken before how I don't like how the expansion pass is divided up. I think it's a weird model. I think you should separate I think you should separate the online service. You should separate all of the gaming portion, and you should separate Animal Crossing. I don't know why they're mixed together in such a weird way. Like, you should have the option to pay to have online, pay to have access to all of the virtual games, and then, you know, I get that Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise is like, we're just throwing that in there just because to, like, spice up the deal, but it's not really relevant, and not everybody's going to benefit from that. Whether you advertise that it's a thing or not. But they'll keep announcing things. When they did the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo, they put out games consistently, but then they started to slow down. So there's no guarantee that they'll continuously add N64 games to the service. But I'm sure for the first year, they'll put a lot of good stuff on it. So there's that to look forward to. Can I ask you, can you just send me a wall of text talking about .hack? Because I saw a .hack game at Black Friday when I went to the retro shop. And I've heard it by name, but I've never heard of it before. So, like, what's the genre? What's, like, is it been going on for a long time? This seems to be, like, a new game or a remake. I'm gonna guess it's a new game. What's up, Azura? Hold up. Alright, what you got for me? Was it okay? Alright, all of you gotta explain to me .hack. The world returns to the Nintendo Switch. This is a port of a PS2 series. It's already on PS4. Okay, so this is something that's been around, I guess. I saw a PS2 .hack game, and I don't remember if it was expensive or not, but I chose not to buy it. Because I don't know anything about it, and I don't know where to start. So what's the best game? Where do you start? What console? Enlighten me. Is this a compilation? Because it says volumes. The PS2 games are fairly rare. That's the one thing I don't mind. If there's a game in 3D, I tend to stay away from it on Switch. But if it's a remake of an older game, then it seems like a cool idea to have it on a hybrid console like the Switch. The first story was split across 4 games. Okay. Spend a ton of money. That hasn't stopped me before. I will spend money if I please. The second story, which is this one, originally had 3 games. Okay. So, there's stories, and there's multiple games telling each story. So this one is one story, but all the games in that story. Because I saw... So Volume 2... That's weird for PS2 to split them up into multiple games. So how long is each game? Are they... Did it make sense for them to split them into 4 games? That's kind of wild. That's got to be like a lot of story, a lot of gameplay. Like, I can't imagine, depending on how much you do, it's like 30, 60 hours per game. Yeah, I can't imagine doing that. This one has 4 in it. I mean, it's a lot of content, but for a PS2 series, it seems really unique, I guess. What is this one? 4 volumes or 3? This is 4 volumes. Not really. You do need to play all the volumes. The closest thing I can think of is I played a lot of SMT games, and Digital Devil Saga had a part 1 and a part 2. This game right here. And I think they came out with like the first year and then the second year. So this came out in Japan in 2004 and the sequel came out in 2005. So that's like the closest thing I can think of. And they're both like fully fleshed out, but you kind of like there's like no reason to play Digital Devil Saga 2 before you play the first one. I didn't know a lot of games did that. That's interesting. So, I am happy that it's all on one package and now it's on the Switch. So that's cool. And from what you guys tell me, it's on all modern consoles. So, that's cool. I'm a fan. For the remaster, they added a new volume. Oh. That's cool. Okay, I know nothing about this, so Big B, you have another job. Kingdoms of Alamur Re-Reckoning.
A new thread.
It's got a cool art style, like a glass painting. Not a glass painting, a glass window.
Such story. His doting master and a god.
So this game is an open world RPG that has a similar feeling to Fable. Is it a smaller team, like an indie team, that wanted to make a spiritual successor to Fable? So is this a trailer or is this the gameplay?
In the snows of Mithros, a hero will be all that stands between order and ruin. For some time.
Alright, I'm looking at on my other monitor the gameplay.
Is a burden from which you are freed, or to which you are sworn.
No, yeah, it does look like Fable.
Not even fate can keep the monsters at bay.
It is THQ Nordic, so it is a big... I think that's a big team. If you have PS Plus, it was the free game of November. I do not have PS Plus. But that's interesting. This is good, so I can at least provide some interesting commentary here. When 13 Sentinels came out, I was kind of pushed away by what the gameplay looked like. Not the visual novel stuff, but the combat didn't really look easy to comprehend. So I just looked I looked at it, I was like, hey, that game looks cool. I won't play it, but, you know, I like the art style, I like the visual novel aspect. And then, within the first year of its release, it had such an intense cult following, where a lot of people I subscribe to on YouTube talked so highly about this game, but they can't say anything about it because it, like, just saying things about it is spoilers. Or at least, like, gives you... It's not the experience that they want to, like, ruin for you. So, that convinced me right away, like, I need to play this game. It's actually, like, sitting on that pile of stuff in the back of my room, like, that I'm gonna get to it. I want to play this game, I haven't yet, but seeing that it's ported to the Switch is awesome because, again, it didn't seem to sell well right away, but it has this strong cult following that it seems like word's getting around and people are playing this game, and now it's being ported to a Switch. So, while I haven't played this, I'm really excited to play it. I'm gonna play it sometime next year for sure, and I'll let you know how it is. So, having it come to Switch in April is awesome. Archvale. This is... Alright, start typing Big B. Intense bullet hell action game developed by EDOS. Tell me about this game and why you sent it to me. And then I'll let this play while I look at stuff on my own for it. Reminds me of Enter the Gungeon. When did this release? This year. It looks cool. Looks like a game inspired by Enter the Gungeon, yeah. There's a lot of good indie games. Like, a lot of people I know that really aren't into gaming that much talk about how modern games... The motive for making a modern game isn't the same as it was in the past. Like, they're just such complicated beasts now to get into gaming that people just don't do it. Which is why I'm glad that I can do this gaming news thing where you can send me a game because these games still exist. These good games haven't gone anywhere. They still exist. They're just found in the indie game scene. And they don't have the budget to advertise in the same way. So just me getting games shown to me in this way and like streaming it so that other people can find these games is like one of my favorite parts of gaming nowadays, because it's bypassing. It's like you don't have to go out and play the most played game. You don't have to play the new Call of Duty. You don't have to play the new Assassin's Creed. You just have to have a friend to tell you about this game that you've never heard of, show you a trailer for it, and be like, wow, like, that's cool. It looks fun. I want to play it. So that's why I like... That's another reason why I like doing this gaming news thing, because there's just so many games out there that they don't all get the attention they deserve. But this looks cool. I would be down to try this out. I haven't even played Gungeon though, so I do need to get to that. I watched this. We're not going to watch the whole thing. I just want to kind of jog my memory. I'm also not going to full screen it because, not that it matters while my channel's so small, but they did like copyright claim me watching their initial trailer for this, which is kind of crazy because it's just a video game trailer. But I did watch this video already, and it is what it is. It's an asymmetrical multiplayer, and the initial reveal trailer didn't do it showed the idea, but it didn't show the objective or the mechanics of the game. And I'll be honest, like watching this, it seems complicated. It seems like there's going to be a learning curve to this game, for the survivors anyway. But it does have really interesting mechanics, like being able to destroy parts of the map, having to go to each, like it seems like it keeps you moving, and there's like multiple win and fail objectives. So let's see, is there one thing this trailer did also talk about was that there are going to be multiple what do they call the bad guys? I don't know what the term is for them. Raiders? Yeah, there's going to be multiple raiders, which wasn't clear to me in the trailer. But I feel the same way I felt about the initial reveal trailer. It's honestly, my opinion is made after what you said, Big B, was just that they're doing something new with the Dragon Ball IP. Like, it's not a fighting game, it's not Xenoverse, it's something new, and that it's something new for Dragon Ball. So I see it being a fun time sink, but I don't really want to play it. Let's go. Drama. Kind of. U.S. lawmakers announced bill to prohibit bot scalping of high-demand goods. I am curious how they're going to be able to do that. Politicians in the U.S. have announced a new legislative bill named the Stopping Grinch Bots Act. Okay, this is already interesting. The bill, which specifically targets scalpers using bots to snap up online inventories of in-demand items in order to resell them at a significantly higher price, doesn't limit its focus to the video game industry, but it would certainly cover items such as consoles and graphics cards. Third-party sellers use bots to bypass security measures. Yep, I know how it works. These bots don't just squeeze consumers, they pose a problem for small businesses, local retailers, and other entrepreneurs. I want to know, like, how they plan to do this. The joke is the senator was probably trying to buy their grandkid a console and got pissed, so they did this. Yeah, I'm actually surprised this is something being talked about. That's where my surprise comes from. The Bots Act that was signed into law in 2016, prohibiting the use of automated bots to acquire tickets for public events and making it illegal for scalpers to sell those tickets. Yeah, because a lot of this stuff is legislation hasn't caught up to technology. So this is clearly a good thing to do. And if this passed in 2016, I don't see why this I can't see why the scalper one can't pass. The author of the proposed legislation, which is supported by Consumer said it would apply similar mechanisms used in the Bots Act to ban bots bypassing security measures implemented by online retail stores. So they're going to use similar technology. I don't know what that means, but if it works for... It sounds like a similar concept. Yeah, exactly. It's a step in the right direction. Here in the UK, stories of scalpers and scalping groups dominated the headlines. Last December, a number of politicians put forward an early day motion. So it's being proposed. This doesn't say much other than, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's a step in the right direction, though there's no concrete change yet. But yeah, I think the thing I like getting out of this, I think the reason I like that I read this is that they already have a proposal, the Bots Act, to stop it for public events. So I'm glad that this is already passed, that what the legislation now is similar to it, and that like the way that they can implement it is similar to the way they do it for this Bots Act. So that's cool. I didn't know that. PlayStation Plus games for December. Godfall, Challenger Edition. I don't have PlayStation Plus. I like owning games, and I've got such a big backlog that I don't usually go for PlayStation Plus. I don't see the personal value in it. But, it's a good thing. You know, they have a lot of good titles. And it gets a lot of word too. Like, word gets around when games are on PlayStation Plus, when they're free for PlayStation Plus members. So it's a good strategy. It's a good model. It's not good for my purposes. And in the same way I criticized Nintendo Online bundling its online multiplayer service with its virtual console stuff, I kind of hate how they bundle free games with PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Online in the same thing. I wish they would make the price cheaper, but split those two services. But that's not what makes the money, so I get it. Again, it's just not something for me. I haven't played any of these games. Haven't played Godfall, haven't played DC Lego, and I've heard about Mortal Shell. I'm glad, because Mortal Shell I think was a small team. What is up with this? Oh, it's just repeating. Yeesh, okay. I have Godfall, it's pretty much Destiny, but all melee. The song is so good. This is the Sega Sonic Mega Collection. PlayStation Partner Awards pay homage to successful Japanese games, Tales of Arise, Final Fantasy XIV, Nier, and more. Today, Sony Interactive announced the first batch of games honored in this year's PlayStation Partner Awards. Unlike previous years, the ceremony isn't being held, but the results have been announced. Partner Awards, Tales of Arise, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy XIV. Don't know what that is, and Nier Replicant. We also hear about special awards which have been announced as follows. Apex Legends, as the game developed by a foreign developer that achieves the highest sales in Japan. That's cool, a cool fact. You talked to me about Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, an indie game developed in Japan that has the highest sales worldwide. That's cool. I didn't know that. 5 Special Edition achieved particularly noteworthy results during launch period of PS5. And here's the video. Those are cool facts. Cool little tidbits. Earth Defense Force 6 for PS5 and PS4 reveals new underground gameplay. Okay, I have seen gameplay for Earth Defense Force. It doesn't seem like my kind of game, but seems like a simple, fun game. So I'm not going to have anything to say about it, but let's read the article real quick. Listed a live stream to reveal new gameplay for upcoming Earth Defense Force 6. This should feel familiar for fans of the series. On top of that, we know that humanity has mostly retreated under the surface before the beginning of the game. Yeah, that's what I got from it, from watching the game. It's a lot of fun with friends. Yeah, totally. That's what I've gotten. Have you played a lot of these games? This seems like a smaller scale though, so that's interesting, because I'm used to like a sprawling city when I've seen this game before, but seeing them in like tight corridors seems like a cool dimension. The good thing those bugs stop being like physical things once they're dead. Imagine playing this game and trying to like scoot past all these dead bodies. Anyway, I don't have anything important to say about Earth Defense. Played a lot of 4, it was a lot of fun. You upgrade your character and unlock more weapons. More Dead Cells stuff. They're pumping content out for this game very consistently. But this isn't like a Everyone's Here crossover. This looks like new content. What's progression like in Dead Cells? Or is it like a sprawling world that you just go to different areas in? And like this just adds a new area? And that's just the teaser, so I can't say much. Oop. Oddworld Soulstorm Enhanced Edition. I've wanted to get into Oddworld for a long time. This was the newest game, wasn't it? It released in 2021? Is that right? Oddworld Soulstorm is a platform game developed and published with an enhanced... Oh, maybe it's talking about the enhanced edition? Let's see. Each area has branching paths. The base game has 3 bosses, and each DLC adds a new path with different bosses. Okay. When did the original Soulstorm release? It did release in 2021. So this is just basically optimizing it for PS5 is what it looks like. I didn't know it came out this year. It looks so good. I love the art style of Oddworld. It would be a fun series to stream through, because I know a lot of these games are different from each other, but there's also a lot that play like this. So I remember seeing it in a lot of PlayStation showcases, but they also remade the first game and it looks exactly like this. So I get it confused with the remake of the first game. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad there's more content for this game, for this series, and that there's an enhanced edition. So because I'm getting into this late, I just go for the enhanced edition. That's why I play games, you know, after the fact. Oh, is this the last part you didn't like? Alright, let's watch it again, but pay attention to it and not talk over it. Well, I'll talk over it still. But didn't they remake the first game? So there's a remake of it and there's a reimagining of it? Or is what I'm thinking of in this the same thing? Because I think it was for the Vita also, the remake of the first game? Okay, so maybe I am thinking of the same thing. There are some games that benefit from modern day animation, and this game is one of them. Another being like Psychonauts 2. There's gotta be more that I can think of, but that's it for now. But like, I could watch a whole movie that looks like this. There it is. So different content is coming to different platforms, which sucks. Featuring brand new content, free upgrade for existing owners. Yeah, that's weird. Because then there's no way. Like, worst case, I could see, like, if you have an Xbox, that you get this for free, but then you have to pay for this one, or vice versa. If you have a PlayStation, then you have to buy this one. But that is really, really not a good thing to do. Not a good practice. I agree with you. Yeah, cosmetics, I get. Characters and levels shouldn't be locked. Yeah, exactly. I am not a fan of that at all. Ugh. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Otherwise, I'm into this. I want to get into Oddworld eventually. This, I briefly skimmed over. Not only did DC Douglas break NDA on livestream by admitting to being Wesker in the Separate Ways portion of the new RE4 remake. So is that confirmed? I didn't know that RE4 remake was confirmed. I thought it was just rumored. But he also sent out concept art given to him by Capcom USA. That's shitty. I guess this leans into drama more than gaming, but I'll briefly look at it. I want to focus on gaming, but I've heard, and by heard I mean I've read stuff on Twitter about DC Douglas not being a good person. But I don't know that much. Oh geez, what is this? What is this? Since him breaking NDA is getting some attention, I wanted to leave this here as well. DC offers sexual favors in exchange for being booked to conventions. Oh god. Okay, well then I did put it lightly. Drama, but it kind of confirms for remake. Yeah, that's fine. I just don't know enough to speak on this, but that's awful behavior. Like I said, I've just seen that he's not a good person. So maybe did they part ways? So like, what's his... You know, I gotta look into it. I don't know anything. Ugh. Sony could be planning a PlayStation mobile controller, patent suggests. Mobile? Like, okay, so you put your smartphone in there. I thought it was... The patent, which was published this week by SIE's Japanese division, describes a system for playing games on a device coupled with two controller grips. The controller, which resembles PS4's DualShock rather than PS5's. Well, let's look at the wording here. So they have already patented what appears to be a PlayStation controller designed for mobile. Okay, so this is an existing patent. And I realize that a lot of patents get made, and that doesn't mean they come out, but it's a good indication. So this could mean a lot of things still. Like, it's still, in my opinion, in like the rumor sphere. But it's an interesting thing to see, for sure. If such a device, so if such a device comes to fruition, like, it could always not come out. It could be used in conjunction with a smartphone to play PlayStation games via remote play or via the cloud. PlayStation controllers are already compatible with mobile devices via Bluetooth. I didn't know that. That's interesting. In October, SIE appointed former Apple Arcade content boss Nicola Sebastiani to lead the company's mobile operations. The following month, PlayStation boss Jim Ryan confirmed the platform holder was planning to bring some of its iconic IP to mobile during its current business year, ending in March 2022. We've been thinking about how players enjoy our content and have some early success with experimenting with mobile games and apps to provide more choice to gamers, he said. Mobile is just one area we're exploring to reach millions of gamers beyond our platforms. Interesting. Did you choose, Bigby, what game you were going to start? Because Tales of Arise was one of them. Tales of Arise online survey hints to potential series remasters. Published in... So I want to start, before I even read this, saying Atlus does surveys every year asking what fans want, and stuff that's probably not going to happen is always on that list, and remasters and remakes to older games are on those lists. So I'm assuming this is something similar, where they acknowledge the potential, but they're gauging the demand. I picked Scarlet Nexus since I saw it wasn't too long. That's the, like, mask. Don't they wear masks in that? Yeah, I've seen this. But I don't know if I was right about the mask thing. I don't see any masks. Anyway. Naturally, the contents of this player survey are what one would expect, as several questions ask for general feedback on the title's gameplay and presentation. I want to do a video on Tales of Arise, but I don't think I'm going to have the opportunity to, because it's been a while. It's already been a while since I played it, because it took me a long time to work on the Returnal video. And I feel like I gotta go back and play it in order to really, like, nail down my thoughts on the game. And I didn't like it that much to go back and play it. So, like, I've got a lot to say about Tales of Arise, most of it positive. But I don't think I'll ever be able to do it in a video format, just because, like, I liked it and I appreciated it, but it's not my thing. I would probably try to play an older game, so if a remaster does come out, it would, you know, give me a try. Like, I want to do Tales of Symphonia or Tales of... It was the one that has, like, a PS4 remaster. Not Zestiria. Not Berseria. Why is it so hard to find? The protagonist has black hair? Vesperia, that's it. I wanted to try either Symphonia or Vesperia next. But I heard Symphonia is the better one to play, so I'll probably do that. Publisher and developer Bandai Namco have released a survey for players of their latest JRPG, Tales of Arise. Naturally, the contents of this player survey are one that would expect several questions. Which of the following games would you like to play a remastered version of? Which of the following Tales games would you be interested in seeing released in Europe? While this is merely a survey, and that by no means acts as any confirmation, kind of what I said before about how Atlus does their stuff, I encourage taking the survey and letting your voice be heard. Exactly. So that this article knows what's up, and I think it's saying the right message. We already talked about this, Chuck. You are late to the party. It is right here. But thank you for your post. I will thumbs it up because we have reached the end of the gaming news section. Where's my thumbs up? Alright, so one more time. If you want to post gaming news stuff, the Discord link is here. And, oh, thank you. It'll be in the Discord and it'll be in the description of the YouTube video once that's posted. I opened up a notepad for the game because if I like it or if I have enough to say, I'm going to do a video on it. Okay, I just got the bolt cutters. And I'm hoping there's a shortcut back down. This game's getting darker with every hour. Ooh.
I'd never felt darkness like that before. That thing had been there. It was where it made its first kill. Where it tasted death. And liked it.
I tasted death and I liked it. This is such an atmospherically beautiful game. Alright, that's where the bolt cutters were. This is where they go. Tap left and right trigger.
So worth it. I love you, bolt cutters.
Is the only way to go down. No, you don't. Go downstairs. I'm glad the bolt cutters don't just disintegrate like another horror game.
Kinda sounds like a spy name.
I mean the
Cutters. Bolt cutters.
the chains kind of disintegrate.
Or a movie star. Like, in a movie you don't use your real name for. Yeah. Spy name it is.
So now I can get through here. Was there something? Okay, that top left was... It caught my eye.
Okay, Marianne. Let's see what Sadness wanted me to see. I hope she's all right.
That's right. I'm going back the way I came, but this time with the bolt cutters. I kept seeing them in my dreams, the other place, dust and death as far as the eye can see. A feeling of nothingness tearing at my soul. I wake up choking, feeling the dust burning through my lungs. I beg for it to stop. He says there's no helping it. Then again, he would say that, wouldn't he? Whoa there. How do I get out? Right. Now we're moving on.
All right. Here we go.
I love these camera angles and these environments.
Marianne? There you are. Thank God.
You're all right. I was so worried.
Oh, yeah. That thing almost got me. What the hell is it?
It came from shame, from helplessness, from rage.
Rage.
It's like anger, but more. Once it got out, we couldn't stop it. It ate all of them, Marianne. All of my friends.
Your friends.
I'm the only one left.
It's okay, Sadness. I'm here now.
No. It'll eat you too. Just like the others.
I won't let it hurt you, I promise.
Okay.
Hey, why don't you tell me something about this place?
It's the day room. We used to play here.
With Richard? Is he one of your friends?
No. But he was smart. Maybe he could help you.
He was smart. Wait, is he?
A bad thing happened to him. I remember he became hollow, like a puppet. He... Oh... I remember. Marianne, I don't want to see him.
What? Why not? What do you remember?
No. Don't tell them.
It's
Don't
okay.
tell anyone.
You don't have to tell me. But you should still come with me so that I can keep you safe.
No, Marianne.
The sadness.
No, never again.
Why did you bring me here? It was then I realized there was something she wanted me to see with my own eyes.
Do I still have the razor in this world? Ugh. So gross. Still gross and takes a while.
Richard? Are you there?
So I interact with this.
Don't you think he would be better off in a nursing home? What about his family?
Richard doesn't have any family.
Oh, the poor man. It's like he's somewhere else. We were close once, you know. I mean, not that close, but... All right. I'll take care of him.
Hollow like a puppet. Isn't that what Sadness said?
Guess he has dementia? I remember the first time I met him, working a simple factory job. Still more of a boy than a man, wide-eyed, constantly looking over his shoulder like a scared animal. His parents had died in the Warsaw Uprising. Of what he'd gone through in the years that followed, he did not want to speak, and I never pressed him. But it soon became clear he had no one else in this world. Could immediately tell, despite his young age, he had seen things that no one his age should. Could immediately tell he was special. Alright, so this is locked in the downstairs world.
Gather round, children. I want you to meet Lillian. She's going to be joining our painting class.
Why can't I play with my friends, Uncle Richard?
Your friends? Oh, Lillian, I promised your father you would spend some time with the other children.
Friends, huh?
Spent a few years trying to steer him in the right direction, trying to make him see the depths of his potential. Kept refusing, claiming that he was no painter and that he saw our little get-togethers as therapy rather than artistic expression. Eventually I wore him down. He agreed to enter the university, but on the condition that it would be his chosen field. And so he started on his way to becoming an architect. First I was rather skeptical, thinking that he was throwing away greatness for mere competence. But deep inside, I guess I was glad to be the only one to bring his visions to life. And then he met her. Our painting sessions became few and far between. He no longer needed my help in dealing with his inner demons. Ooh, more things.
A sheet of music. Well, at least part of it.
I just noticed even the inventory is marked for which world it's in. That's cool. Thomas, I've always been stunned by the depth and complexity of his imagination, memorized by the surreal dreamscapes his mind would weave. The way he described them with every minute detail, it was as if he had actually witnessed all of it, as if something or someone pulled the veil and allowed him to peek beyond the edges of our reality. An angel, a demon, is there really a difference? I know it didn't matter to me, as his visions came alive on my canvas. Some would say I used the boy to fuel my waning creativity, but how could I not? To let this unique perspective, this bottomless well of inspiration to go to waste, that would be an unforgivable sin.
Locked.
Locked for you maybe, but not for you. I guess I have to get in here both ways. Can I put that over here? Alright, let me keep looking around first. There's plenty to look at in here. There's also... oh, there's bugs over there. I was gonna say I could leave. But I can't do that. Is that something I looked at? Another sheet of music. Alright, I probably need one more.
This place is packed with memories. Bad ones. Guilt. Humiliation. Rage.
Let's do A. Because I want to put that there. Oh, looks like I gotta make a face. That's not the right way. Okay, so when I select something, it always moves up. I just want to make that clear. So everything goes up. Can I... Okay, that's as high as it goes. So what do I want? This to go up? Can I do it again? Can I do it one more time? No. So for Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, which is the first game, Oddworld New and Tasty... Okay, New and Tasty is what I was thinking about. New and Tasty is a full remake of the first game, and now Soulstorm, which is a reimagining of the first game. Weird to do that back to back. When did New and Tasty come out? Because that's the one I constantly saw ads for. I'm having trouble with this. I probably... Okay. Yeah, 2014, that sounds right. How do I move the nose down as far as possible? Oh, sweet.
Another jump. Maybe it can show me a way out of here.
All right. What did that do? I can't quite make out what that did. Unless I need to move the globe again. Okay, that's what it was. The original developer wanted to do a reimagining since he said it wouldn't work well otherwise. Said he wanted to do a reimagining, and I think someone else did the remake. Okay, that's fair. What do you mean the original developer wanted to do a reimagining since he said it wouldn't work well otherwise? Like, what's the alternative? Ooh, okay. I need this.
The spark's too weak
Really?
to absorb. It's like it's missing something.
That'll get me through the moth.
I love this melody. It reminds me of my childhood. At least the good parts of it.
But the bad parts, they're always there, aren't they?
You're a very smart girl, Lily. You know that, don't you? You're special.
Her voice, is that sadness?
I figured out Lily was sadness hours ago. Gotta get on the same page. Alright, so I can cut this. Let's check out those books first.
Aha.
Teacher's room key. And then let's sit through this again. Not sure I'm getting different information. Thanks for looking into it. I mean, that's good insight already. I value and appreciate you, Big B. I'll post in Discord. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Thank you. I'll take a look at it. Alright, that's the horses. So I have a teacher's key and I made a circle. Which is fine because I didn't see this piano. Okay, there's nothing to it. So I need to spark this well. And then use it to get through the moth room. Which is straight ahead. But where would the teacher's room be? Okay, right here. Yeah. Now I can get in here. Now we both can get in here. And now I can spark the, Alright, I got it.
Come on, Richard. You were always there when I needed you. Let me return the favor.
I don't know, Thomas. What about my work? The university?
Richard, I know they kicked you out. I'm guessing you finally managed to piss off the right people. Stay with us, old friend. Do it for me. For them.
So he brought him here. Wonder who he meant by them.
I'm
Come
sorry,
on,
let me
Richard.
listen to that one more
You
time.
were always there when
This
I
is
needed
Thomas.
you.
Okay, Thomas
Let
brought
me
Richard.
return the favor.
I don't know, Thomas. What about my work? The university?
Richard, I know they kicked you out. I'm guessing you finally managed to piss off the right people. Stay with us, old friend. Do it for me. For them.
So he brought him here.
And I guess Richard was the one that was doing the archaeology?
So that's how you found him?
Yes, he was just lying there.
Mr. Rekovich?
I'm sorry. He was a friend. I just need a moment.
That's not true, Thomas. You thought he deserved it.
Fussy. The last music piece.
Pieces of the score now.
Now I can play the piano. What's in the spirit world? Anything? No. Okay, so if I play the piano... What room was that in? That was in the... Oh no! Wrong way. I looked at the wrong screen. Thank goodness that doesn't, like, kill you instantly. Oh, this is blocked out now. There's something it looks like I didn't interact with. So I'm gonna check that out first. Next time I play a horror game, I'm buying the proper kind of lights to do this in the dark. Because I like this atmosphere and this thunder. How did I get in this room? Alright, well I guess I'll just do the piano then. Yeah, the Beardy After Dark streams that are, you know, 11:33 in the morning, or close to noon. But I'm in the basement, so you can't tell. But I'm down for that. Gotta make it more atmospheric. Alright, which way are we going? This way. I didn't know I could run while doing this. That's good information. Excuse me? I don't want anything to do with that. Hopefully those hands stay right where they are. Wait, can I leave that way? No, that intestine thing's in the way. I'm glad they marked places you can't go to because of the other dimension with that, I don't know, puddle effect? I don't know, that ripple effect? That's better. It helps communicate where you can and can't go a lot easier.
Uncle Richard, my arms are getting tired. You've been drawing me for hours.
Almost done. You know, Lily, you remind me of someone. A girl I knew when I was very young.
Did you love her?
Yes. With a young, innocent love, free of the ferocity of adult lives.
Richard? I'm getting a weird vibe from him. There's grief, sorrow, and something else.
Sadness? Or is that the same thing? I'm just trying to be poetic here.
Aren't you a bit old to be playing with dolls? Here, I bought it especially for you.
Oh, a ribbon? It's beautiful. Thank you, Uncle Richard.
Here, let me... on the other hand, why don't you do it yourself?
What was that? It's like something stirred inside him.
No! I didn't mean to... Oh, God! What have I done?
It feels cold. What have you done?
Whoa. Nothing's...
I had never felt anything so desperate.
Oh, wait.
It was calling out to me. It wanted to show me something.
God fucking damn it! Thought I could protect her. Idiot! What would you think of me? I failed you. I failed us. It's all falling apart. What? Yes, I know.
Oh, he's talking to a spirit too.
No, I need to be sure. There's gotta be something around here. Wait. You want what? Fuck! decided to let me out of my cage. And only when you need my help. Surprise. Surprise. Okay, you know what? I'm not in the mood. Just tell me what you see. Come on.
So his are two different people?
Yes. I can feel it. Okay. It's around here somewhere.
And his is the Joker. Baby.
That's real fucking specific. Hey, I'm trying to help here. You know, sometimes I wonder. Well, it doesn't make it easier when you keep me in the dark for so long. Oh, Christ. Thanks for that, by the way. Hell of a way to treat your soulmate. God damn it! There's nothing here. There is. Really? I'm never wrong about these things. You know that. Well, screw this. I should have known better than to listen to you. Wait. What? There. Where? What? This is it. Okay. What? You building tension? Grab the fucking thing! Would you shut up? Huh? Okay. It's her. No. Page after page. It's like he's obsessed. What is he? What have I done? We couldn't have known. I let him into my home. He was like a father to me. How could he do this to her? Fucking bastard! How could he? I told you we couldn't trust anyone but ourselves. Keep it together. Think. What do we do now? We wait. And when he comes back, I'll just... Whoa, easy, Tiger. Remember what's at stake here. Just let me do what I do. You better do it fast. Because if you don't, I will kill him.
Can I get a crumb of context here? Just a crumb. Oh, we're still going.
Thomas. I wasn't expecting you. Is everything all right, my friend?
Did you do it, friend?
Did I? What?
My daughter. My 13-year-old daughter. I entrusted her to you.
Thomas.
Did you do it?
I don't.
Liar.
I found the sketchbook. Forced myself to look through it. Cover to cover. Every single fucking page! Tell me you didn't hurt her, Richard.
Thomas, please.
Tell me I'm wrong, Richard. Tell me, and I'll let you go.
It wasn't me. Thomas, you have to understand. There's a sting inside of me.
Shut up.
So same with the nurse.
Oh.
If they're right.
You have to believe me. I wanted to die.
I'll make it quick.
Thomas, I'm so sorry.
She's my daughter!
I never wanted any of this. I should never have come here.
But you did. Knowing she's here. Knowing what she means to me.
Thomas, I swear I'll go away. You'll never... Wait, what are you... No, let me out. Let me out.
Let me in!
Ooh.
This cancer spread far enough.
He's got a cool design too.
Cut it out.
I guess we jumped in his head. Ooh, we're playing as him. What's up, Sailor Sedalia? How are you? I'm still putting things together, hoping that I'm not missing important context.
All right,
but I'll figure it out.
Richard. This is your world.
Okay, we did mind jump.
Show me what you're hiding.
At least I got that right. I guess that's what happened when the big maw...
This is where it started, Richard. The place that broke you.
Those hands are
Made you
familiar.
what you are.
And those tentacles are. Press and hold right bumper just before the hit to counterattack. Neat. Very light combat. Oh.
There's something here. It awoke on the day when she came to it. It took over. Made itself at home. Loss, hatred, grief. This place reeks of them. Something terrible happened here. It changed Richard forever.
No!
What the hell?
Leave her alone!
This is it. Richard's big, ugly secret. The sum of all his demons.
So I'm starting to put some things together, right? There's people that I guess have had trauma and then get taken advantage of by something else. Because earlier they talked about the nurse killing people, the bad nurse. But I'm just thinking out loud. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Richard, your father forgot his knife. You better go and bring it to him.
Ooh,
Father, you forgot your knife.
this game is so beautiful.
You know what? Why don't you keep it?
But it's your lucky knife.
And now it's yours. You'll need it. I'm leaving tomorrow.
What? No!
Whoa.
Where are you going?
The army is heading out west, and I'll be going with them.
But... No! I don't want you to go!
I don't want to go either, son. But sometimes what we want isn't what's important. Do you understand?
When will you come back?
Take care of your mother, Richard. You're the man of the house now.
There we go. Now I can get through the door. Uh-huh. At least the desk is in good shape.
By the sweat of your brow, you shall rise and you shall fall. Till you return to the earth from which you came.
It's a good thing I tried to inspect it.
For dust you are, and to dust you will return.
Okay.
Those tentacles are guarding something. I need to get rid of them.
Ray trigger to Spirit Blast, but I don't have that right now. Have to go find it. As government representative of the Polish Republic, I wish to offer my deepest sympathy and regret in regard to the passing of Lieutenant Thaddeus Tarkowski. He whose loss you mourn died in the noblest cause. His country will be forever grateful for the sacrifice he made, protecting our freedom and independence.
Grief. Anger. I can work with that.
Oh. So he's doing things a little differently.
Okay then.
Hey, Richard. Bet you can't catch me. What? Hey, wait up!
Let's take the first left.
Come on, Richard. My arms are getting tired. Almost done.
So now I'm wondering if Sadness, aka Lily, is Thomas's daughter. Is that what's going on? Because then I can put the pieces together. I think that's it. That's what Moraine was seeing in the flashbacks. And that's why Lily also doesn't want to remember or interact with Richard.
Here, I'll try to bring.
And this is Richard's love that he was talking about when they were kids.
This means to me.
Move there.
This way, silly.
Okay, I'm starting to get lost in the hedge maze. I don't think I went this way.
Where'd you go?
Am I going back? I think I'm going back. Yeah. Alright. Figuring out the plot, but not figuring out the maze. Alright, let me just go straight and see what happens. I did go this way. This was a dead end, was it not? Just loops me back around. Question mark. This is new.
Rose? Rose!
Over here.
There you are. I was afraid you'd get lost in there.
Me? I've been
Wowee.
waiting for ages. I was starting to get bored waiting for you.
Hey.
Hey, you see that? A storm's coming.
It's a big one. We should probably go. Same spot tomorrow?
I'll be there.
Cute, Richard. Real cute.
Yeah.
So where do we go from
At one
here?
point I wanted to point it out. I'm not sure what the point of a jog is when you're working with that kind of form. I mean, far be it for me to complain gameplay-wise that there's no run, because I'd rather this over nothing, but... you know, we're struggling out here. Need to do some cardio between streams and get him moving.
Feel something's not right.
So do I enter the main room? Or is this gonna kill me? Or do I go back? Let me see if I can grab fire for that. There's stuff upstairs too. Maybe I just missed a way to get upstairs. Because I can't grab fire anymore. And I can't interact with anything anymore. Let me go back to that hallway and try again. Do I have items? I've got nothing. Maybe I leave? That can't be right. Yeah, no leaving now. There's such a small area to explore. I'm sure I can figure it out. Is this it? Okay.
Mom, who is he?
He's someone who can take care of us.
But I can take care of you. I promised Dad I'd protect you.
I know, honey. And he would be so proud of you. But sometimes, a brave heart is just not enough.
Hey, come here. I need you to do something for me.
Oh no. Already a terrible stepdad. Hey buddy, I'll be looking after you.
Come here. I need you to bring me
Ugh.
that thing. You know which one.
Yeah, real specific.
There's a belt there too. Is this what you want? The book?
Oh, what? You want a bedtime story? I'm not your god.
Okay, you don't want a book. You want booze? I want to show him the wedding photo. Oh, I can only grab one thing at a time. I'm sure he wants the old wedding photo.
Why the hell would I want that? You miss your daddy.
Real fucking charmer, that one.
Or he can't possibly want the booze. I'm sure he doesn't drink.
Oh, you little shit. I'll teach you some respect.
Okay. Thank you for that.
What the hell did you do to me?
Stay back, or I'll cut you again.
Ungrateful little fuck. Get the hell away from me.
Gladly.
Get away from me, you bastard! No! 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 Hold on, Mommy! Let go of me! Let go of me! No! No! Please don't! No! No!
It's all your fault. You couldn't protect her. Can't protect anyone. He's gone.
This place again. But not at the same time.
Richard! I should be going. I'm sorry.
It's all right, Rose. We can finish some other time.
Richard, where are you? Hello?
Let's go toward the light.
Richard, come out!
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Richard.
We're gonna lose Rose too?
Don't worry.
Oh, that's what was in there.
Keep you safe.
This isn't funny. Richard! There you are.
Oh, hey.
I waited for you. By the maze. I was afraid something happened to you.
I'm fine. I don't like being alone.
Are you sure you're alright?
I said I'm fine.
Hey. If something happened, you can tell me. Get the hell away from me!
Okay, Richard. I get the picture. Doesn't change a goddamn thing.
Until we visit the main hall, that is.
Mommy? What's going on?
Shh, listen to me, Richard. Listen to my every word. Some men will come to our house tonight.
Whoa.
But why? What do they want?
Shh, it's okay. I told them to come.
The hell is this? No! Stay away from me! Stay back! Get away from me, you bastards! No! No! Let go of me! No, please don't! Ah! Any son of Poland who collaborates with the oppressor. Who steals from, denounces, or otherwise acts against his compatriots.
First house on the left, next to the river, with the old cherry tree in front. They're hiding them in the pantry under the floorboards. They let them out sometimes to stretch, usually later in the day. Some of them even go out sometimes, probably looking for food. Best to come at night. Yeah, I don't have the means to get in there yet.
Commits an unforgivable crime against the motherland. Oh, it should be swiftly punished.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Oh, now we're really kicking it in the gear. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was just the camera angle. Oh, we were moving. Mm-hmm.
Please, come out!
Yeah, I didn't know what I was in for when I started this game, and I wish I was more educated on the subject, but at the very least, playing this game is gonna give me a reason to, like, research this. So while everything might not connect now, I definitely want to read about this more. Like I said, I didn't know what I was getting into when I started this game, other than just the interesting visuals and playing Layers of Fear. So that's what I'm afraid of right now, is like missing some good context. What, do you recall the movie? Because I can look into that too.
Please, I need you. Rose? No, no, no. Please, wake up. Wake up.
Is there a way forward or we go back? I guess we go back.
She's gone! They took her from me! You took her from me!
This way? Oh no, that's going back. Putting me in the same maze 3 times is not going to make it easier for me to get through the maze. I'm very bad with navigating maps and mazes. That is a dead end. Yeah, I appreciate media talking about these things. Even, I know it sounds silly, but Squid Game was really popular, and I didn't watch... That was like my first time watching Korean media. So while it was, you know, mostly entertainment, it has me wanting to check more Korean media out and like going from there. And of course, more obviously, I feel that way about Japanese media and anime and stuff like that. So it's cool to play a game like this, taking place in Poland.
This is it.
And, you know, about history nonetheless.
What is that? No. You're not... Rose? Is that you?
Yeah, exactly. Gateway movie.
My precious little flower. My lily.
Are we gonna zap this thing? Do I have enough power to zap it?
Let's get this over with.
Alright, we're zapping. Okay. I wasn't sure how this was gonna go.
Help! Somebody! Please, help!
Over here, kid.
Please, mister, I need help. The monster, it's after me.
Monster, you say? And what does this monster...
He's so different from Marianne.
Sir, there's no time. Hurry, we have
I
to
like the
get out.
comparison between them. I like that they're not the same.
It's okay, Richard. Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
I don't know how to feel about him yet, because I just was introduced to Thomas like this.
Are you one of my stepfather's friends?
No, kid. I'm not planning on making any friends here. I'm here just for you.
What? No! Don't come any closer! Don't touch me!
I'm sorry, kid. I know you tried to run, to hide.
Get your hands off me!
But as long as you're here, the beast will always find you. Richard.
It was pretty overwhelming at first. Thomas being like me, but different somehow. I guess I don't have to tell you. Thomas? Who the hell are you?
Beast. That's what he is. Hunted. Found his whole life hiding, hoping they wouldn't find him. I gave him shelter. I gave him purpose. He could have been so much more. Instead, he chose to rot in this godforsaken place. I got your scent, girl.
You're him. Richard.
I'm what's left of him. The bleeding wound. The sand drying on the stump. All because of her. I know you, child. You smell just like her.
Like the girl who suffered because of you? The one you preyed upon?
She came to me because she had nowhere else to go. Where was her father then? Where were you?
Oh, shut up! Stop acting like you ever cared about her.
She was the light of my life, the warmth of my soul.
Your soul has rotted away. There's barely anything left. Now, it's just your sins. I almost feel sorry for you. You're nothing.
You ripped me apart. You burned me down and left me in the dark. He's a fiend, a monster.
This man, Thomas, what is he?
He's the one who butchers the soul, the one who breaks it. But you, yes, I know you can set me free. I can feel it. Please, do it.
You don't deserve it. You deserve nothing. Nothing. Do you hear me?
Then give it to me, please. To not exist, that's all I want.
So be it.
Do you think she'll ever forgive me? Will you?
I am not your judge. I'm just the ferryman. Be gone. Richard.
From the Red House.
The Red House. This time, it wasn't just a feeling. It was a memory. Had I been here before? Was I a part of the puzzle? This man, Thomas, was he a part of my own past? And then something clicked. That girl. It's me. But it looks like it was taken here, at Neva. Shit. The red house. Whatever it is, I can feel it out there. Like it's calling out to me. There. In the woods.
Yeah, that's a lot to stew on. I wasn't expecting taking a load off on the wheelchair to go through so much plot. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more like it, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/RyanBeardy. Follow me on Twitter at RyanBeardy, and I have a Discord with the links below.